Evening, class. Today we're going to go over markups and markdowns at the grocery store. The first thing that we will discuss are markdowns and discounting. So the problem is the original price of a bag of oranges at the grocery outlet co. needs to mark down the price because it's expiring in 1 week. It marks them down by 30% to get rid of them. What's the new price of the oranges after the markdown? Okay, so here we go. So one side will be the prices, where the $5 is going to be at the bottom or the denominator. So we'll do 5, and then on top we're going to have X. Okay. On the right-hand side, we're going to do the percentages. So it's going to be 30 over 100 because it's 30% markdown. That's the first step. So now we have the problem set up. Now what we're going to do is cross multiply. So we have 30 times 5, which is 150, equals 100x. There we go. We divide both sides by 100, and x equals $1.50. Okay, so here we go, $1.50. But that's not the final answer. What we need to do for the final step is to have the $5 here be subtracted by 150 because we're marking it down by that amount. So I'll use a different color here. So we have $5 minus 150. So what is our new price of a bag of oranges? Billy? Good, it is $3.50. Excellent. $3.50. Let me try getting this in yellow. There you go. $3.50. Okay, there we go. On to the next slide. So markups. Markups is going to be the opposite. Here's an example. Due to COVID and the resulting supply chain issues, baby formula was scarce. Baby formula on the shelves increased in price by a whopping 40%. If baby formula was $25 for 16 ounces in 2021, what was its price in 2022 after a 40% markup? So this is a real life scenario in which baby formula is super scarce and babies aren't able to eat unless their parents get them formula, or there's other ways of feeding babies too. But regardless, we're going to go ahead and get this problem started. So what we did on the last slide is do the price on the left and the percentages on the right. We will do the same thing here. So the price was, we're always going to put X in the numerator, $25 here. Okay? And the markup was 40%, which is 40 over 100. You'll notice that 100 will always be in the denominator on the right-hand side. Now we simply cross multiply. So we have 25 times 40. Let me do that in my calculator real quick. 25 times 40 is going to be 1,000. Okay, equals 100x. Now we simply divide by 100. You'll notice here you can just cancel out the zeros and you're left with $10. So that's not our final answer yet. What we're going to do is, since it's a markup, we'll do 25 plus 10. So 25 plus 10, what is it, Sally? Yes, Sally, good job. It is $35. So baby formula went from $25 to $35 in just 1 year. That's really high. You've heard of the word inflation before. This is what inflation might look like, is when prices go up really high from 1 year to the next. Okay, so now we're going to recap. To solve it, you set up a proportion. One of the fractions will have the prices, which we put on the left-hand side. One of the fractions will have the percent information. We put that on the right-hand side. Then you cross multiply. You divide that 100 to get the price, and then you add or subtract the value from the original price. You'll either do a markup, which means that you have to add your answer to the original price, or you do a markdown where you subtract to get the new discounted price. I'm going to leave this slide up while you guys work on your homework, and I'll also be walking around if you need any assistance. Hopefully you have this in your notes somewhere as well for your final test at the end of the unit. And I'll go ahead and pause it here. Thank you so much.